Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Cox and I'm going to be your night school teacher this semester for grade 12 data management. This is a university prerequisite course, so it's coded as a U course. For a lot of students, you might need this for your program next year if you're going a university route, or even some college programs have this. Or maybe you're just one of those random people who really enjoy math and you're just trying to cover all of your bases by taking as many grade 12 math courses as you can. In order to take this math course, you need to have the grade 11 math prerequisite credit. So that can look like the grade 11 university functions class or the grade 11 mixed level math class. If you don't have that credit, either one of those, you need to let me know as soon as possible so that we can kind of get in contact with your guidance counselor and work out a plan for you. If you're taking this course, it's really important to understand that it starts today, which is February 13th, and it goes until May 21st. So May 21st is actually the very last day of the course. And that means that a couple of things. So first off, all of your work has to be handed in before that because that's the very last day of the course. The second thing is that you will not be going until the end of June. So it's a really big misconception in night school that you have all of this time to kind of make up credits or make up missed time in the course and missed assignments. And you really don't have that. By the time we take out March break, there's not very much time in this course. So it's a little bit condensed. You're kind of missing almost 7 weeks of classes because of that. And especially because it's second semester, we all kind of fall into that trap as the weather's getting nice outside. We don't want to be in here being stuck to a computer or doing schoolwork. But unfortunately, that's going to have to happen a little bit. You can expect to do between 10 and 15 hours a week of this course. That might look like a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be homework, but it could be 10 or 15 hours of you learning the material because a lot of it's going to be you having to teach yourself. That's what an online course is. I'm never going to ask you to just read a textbook and understand. Throughout all of the lessons, there's going to be videos and activities and practice problems to do, and not everything is going to be marked. So just like day school, how not everything is marked, it's really important that you do the practice problems because some of them might come back up on tests, quizzes, and assignments, but also it's the easiest way for you to check your understanding. It's the easiest way for you to know if you actually do understand it or if maybe you need some extra help. And that extra help is really, really accessible to you and important to reach out and get. So if you're struggling at any point throughout this semester, please communicate with me. The easiest way to communicate with me is through email, preferably through your Gmail account. If you want to find my email, it is on Brightspace for you. The second way is if you need to go through Brightspace, you can do that as well. I see both. I just get notifications from my Gmail account for the school board account a lot easier than I get the Brightspace notifications. Please try really hard not to send me an instant message on Brightspace because I get zero notification that I have those. And if you can try not to comment on the activity feed posts because I also can't load those on my phone. So just like you, I am very, very active. I am not just tied to my PC a lot. So I'm on my phone quite a bit. I get the notifications when you're sending me an email, those push notifications go through. But if I can't open the activity fee comments, then I have no idea what you're saying and I can't see them until I log onto my computer. I'm super upfront with this, but I have ADHD and for some students that makes me super relatable. For others, they don't understand. So I'll explain it to you super quickly. If I'm doing something and somebody says something to me that makes my focus break for a second, there is a very real possibility that I'm going to forget what I was doing. So if you're sending me a message through that activity feed or through an instant message and I see the notification come up and I don't have a way of getting to my computer right away to see it, I am probably going to forget that you sent it to me. Whereas if you send me an email, I can respond right away, I can flag it, and I can set a reminder in my phone if I can't answer your question right away to answer it when I can. So in that regard, please be patient with me. Just like I'm going to be patient with you as we kind of go through this journey of data management together. I will be very, very grateful if you can kind of extend that patience towards me. As I said, I am a super busy individual, but that doesn't mean that I'm not here for you. I am giving you that heads up because our synchronous time, the time that you have with me to ask questions and to be live in front of a Zoom call, isn't going to be me teaching you lessons. It's going to be me running through practice problems if you need that. It's going to be live help session. And it's really more importantly going to revolve around this idea of being a tutorial session. I do this for my grade 12U classes because this is exactly how post-secondary is going to run next year. You will have for anybody going into the math and sciences, you will have your lectures during the week, and then you will have tutorials during the week that are not necessarily mandatory to go to, but are great to get one-on-one help, great to ask questions, and I will run through a set amount of problems with you. I have also found that in the age that we are in, and with COVID and coming out of COVID, we have found that students are starting to take more than one night's course at a time. And because of that, you physically can't be in two places at once. So I have tried really, really hard to design each lesson so that there's videos in the lessons explaining things, but also activities and practice problems that you can be self-guided towards. If you're still struggling, send me an email with the topic that you're struggling in, and I will do probably two things. The first thing that I will do, if it's a quick explanation question, then I will send back the answer just kind of in an email. At the end of my email, I always end it with, does this make sense? I'm not being condescending. I really struggled with math in high school, and I am genuinely concerned that what I'm saying to you doesn't make sense, because I hated when math teachers would talk to me as if I understood everything that was happening and using language that, yeah, maybe I should have been using in grade 12, but I still didn't understand what those words meant. So please just understand, I'm not being condescending. I'm genuinely wanting to make sure that it doesn't make sense. It is okay for you to send me an email back and say it did not make sense. Highlight the parts that didn't, and I will try to explain again. The second thing that I might do, if it's not a quick explanation, is send you some sort of video. Sometimes I will make them. More often than not, they're just off YouTube. I will go through and find a good YouTube video of this topic that we're talking about. It's not going to be an hour-long video. I'll try really, really hard to find one that's less than 10 minutes for you to watch, see some examples, and see if that helps. If that still doesn't help, then I'm going to encourage you to come to one of the Zoom sessions, which will be twice a week. It'll either be a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Thursday. I will always post the week's schedule ahead so that you can see when the live Zoom calls are going to be. If that second way doesn't help, then send it back to me with a specific example out of the questions that I have assigned you or in the modules, and I will go through and make a step-by-step video myself so that you can understand. Now, I do these 3 steps first, and the third last option is for me to kind of walk you through it yourself, not because I'm being a jerk and not because I don't want to do my job. I actually love my job as a teacher. It's because I want you to learn kind of how to sort through information before you're just asking for the answer. One of the things that helped me the most to be successful in university and during my master's was that I learned how to find information myself, but I also learned how to find resources that worked for me. I've already told you in high school I sucked at math, okay? Which is kind of ironic because I went and got a math degree in biochemistry. So I double majored in biochemistry and math. And it wasn't because I was a dumb person. I'm not a dumb person. I'm a very smart person, just like I'm sure you guys are too. It's because I had to learn how to find things that worked for me. We are all very different. There is 30 of you in this online class, 30 people that are incredibly different. Some of you might speak more than one language. Some of you might be incredible athletes who are taking this course at night because there's no time in your timetable. Some of you might have jobs that you're trying to work to help contribute to your family. Maybe you have younger siblings that you have to babysit, or cousins, or family obligations so that you can help out around the house. We are all very different in where we are in our life right now. And for whatever reason that is, online learning is working for you. It is not going to be a walk in the park. And because of that, and because of all of our different experiences, it's important that we learn how to make things work for us. So, rant aside, I am here when you guys need help, but there's also not going to be very many live lessons. There will always be 2 90-minute sessions a week to help you when you need help in a drop-in manner. So you can come into Zoom. Sometimes I'll throw up a waiting room and I'll just pull people in one-on-one. Sometimes there might be a sign-in sheet. Sometimes it'll just kind of be a free-for-all. This is usually how it is. It's just everybody can join and you can just work on practice problems or work through the modules and ask questions as you need help. And if you just want maybe a quieter one-on-one space with you and me, I'll throw us into a breakout room and then you and I can talk through the question and then we'll both go back to the main Zoom call. All right. As I said, it's not just going to be me sitting here opening up Brightspace, finding the content, and then running through the lesson that's already been posted. I've gone through the lessons. I've posted things as simply as they can be so that you can see them without it having to be anything crazy. All right. So that's the goal of this course. Let's talk about how to go through some stuff in Brightspace just in case you don't know how to do it. I'm going to take the webcam off because my dark mode doesn't work in Brightspace. So in Brightspace, I'm assuming you guys can all find the course. I teach a lot online and I'm in person as well. So once I go into my course, I see that the teacher has already posted an announcement. This is how things are going to kind of be communicated to you throughout our course. It's really important every week that you're checking this. I will try really, really hard on the Sunday of every week to post kind of a little outline called expectations for the week. So the post won't always be this long. This post is super long because I'm introducing myself and there's some extra things that we have to do. Okay. Here, this expectation for the week, these are the things that you have to do bare minimum to stay on task for this course. Okay. So for this week, it's really, really easy going. It's not always going to be this easy going. So please don't think that you can do this because this might only take you like 2 hours this week. It's really easy going this week because there's still people joining our course and people who can't log on to Brightspace yet. So because of that, I'm not going to assign a ton of work. Nobody wants to start a course being a week behind. So we're just going to do a few things this week and then the pace will pick up next week. So your expectations for this week, you're going to do the welcome form. You can click on it here. You're going to watch my super awesome welcome video, which I'm assuming you've already done because, hi. And then you're going to look at lesson 1. And again, I'm going to link everything in here so that it's easy to find. And in lesson 1, I see that there's lots of things. So I'm going to read the introduction. I'm going to look to see what the learning goals are. So this is what I'm trying to figure out this lesson. And this is how I know that I have figured it out. So every lesson has these. At the end of the lesson, you should go back to this and make sure that you understand the points that are in here because that was the whole purpose of the lesson. So I'm going to read through the activity. So I see that there's a game fairs journal. So you're going to go through, you're going to play this game fair. All of the instructions are in here. We are a Catholic school, so there is some of this stuff. I tried to take out a lot of the prayer stuff, not because I don't think that you shouldn't pray, but I just am trying to make it not as overwhelming here. I'm going to read through my definitions, and I'm going to go through and do my examples. So what is the probability of rolling a 6 on a regular 6-sided die? And I'm going to think about this and I'm going to say, okay, well, there's 6 choices. Maybe it's 1 in 6. Okay, that was right. Try to actually answer these questions before you click on the solution. This is a great place to kind of maybe write some stuff down in a notebook if you have one. Ask me questions as you have them. So you're just going to go through and work through some of this stuff. And then I see this consolidations phase. So this is the actual lesson, the action part. The consolidation is kind of like the homework part, like the actual, what am I being kind of assessed on? So here I see, hey, there is an assignment. So I'm going to take this quiz. It's going to open right now for me. I take this quiz. I see, hey, I get to do this. I get 1 attempt. That's it. 1 attempt. There's no time limit. I'm going to start it. I'm going to go through. It's, I think, 8 questions, this first one. It is marked. By the end of the semester, the quiz, if you bomb this quiz, don't stress. Don't drop this class if you bomb this quiz. It's okay. All right. Then I'm going to watch this problem and answer this question. And then I'm going to do the discussion part. So there's like a discussion part. I'm going to submit my work if I have to right here. So there's lots of things to be doing. There is a discussion component. I'm going to see all of the discussions in here. Okay. And that's it. That's all I do for the first week. Once you're done that, you're done for the first week. That's it. Please, again, make sure that you go through and do that welcome form if you haven't already. And if you have any questions, just ask. Like, I'm here as you need them. I will probably throw up a Zoom call on Thursday if you guys need anything extra. If you want to drop in and see me on Thursday, I'll put an announcement on Brightspace. It's not mandatory. If you just have any questions about the course, that's a great time to ask them. Again, if you need any help, just reach out. It's going to be a good course. It's going to be a quick course. So try to stay on track with everything. And yeah, that's it. I hope everybody has a good night. I hope you guys are having a good start to your second semester. And if you are playing sports, I hope that those seasons are kind of wrapping up really nicely for you. But I'm looking forward to everything. And I hope everybody has a good start to this course.